It's really happening. We plan to be living our RV life in July of this year.
And now that we've made our plan, everything just seems to be falling into place.
We've set a date, we know how we're going to do it, and instead of being stressed and worried, it just can't come soon enough.
And on this episode, we're going to share our plan for our new RV life. Hey Roamers, I'm Jamie.
I'm Linda.
And this is Roaming with Rosie, and today we're going to share the plan.
That plan is for us to get on the road in just a couple months.
And one thing we're not going to do is we're not going to tell you this is the only way to do it.
We just hope that many of you are looking for the way that works for you, and that maybe you'll be able to relate to the way that we're choosing to get there.
Right. Like many of you, we've watched a lot of others take this leap.
And we've really appreciated how many of the full-time RVers on YouTube have shared both their ups and their downs.
Now, we've sat around campfires with a lot of different nomads and learned the different reasons and different situations that caused them to be in this lifestyle.
But we found ourselves more and more in agreement with the lifestyle choice itself, regardless of what drove them to live it.
Right.
There's so many things going on in our nation and on our planet that people find to disagree about.
But the one thing that every full-time RVer agrees about is that nothing in life is guaranteed.
The longer you wait to experience your dreams or the life you want to live, the less chance that you're going to have to actually make it happen. So this year with COVID, I found myself furloughed from the job that I've had since 1989. It was 4 months off, and it was wonderful.
Right.
And it's the longest I've been able to go without setting an alarm clock in my entire adult life. And you know how you think like as you get older, time goes faster? Well, that didn't happen at all. Like I wasn't busy every minute of every day, and time actually slowed down.
Now, during that 4-month period, we did a lot of RV travel, and we decided where we wanted to go, but we just kind of winged it as we were going, the things we were going to see and things that we were going to do. But we managed to spend 60 days in the RV, and I don't think we even looked at a clock or a calendar, to tell you the truth.
Hardly at all.
No. One thing I couldn't believe is that Linda the planner was saying things like, chill out, why does it matter, so what?
It was amazing because I really am like a planner of every minute, and so it was just, I was so content, and I only ever thought that life slowed down when things were bad or you hated what was going on, but it just wasn't true.
Yeah, earlier in our marriage, when we would travel, Linda would constantly be, okay, today we can go here, and next day we can go there, and the next day, and there was really no time to just kind of be in the moment and enjoy it. And on those 4 months, that's exactly what we did. We didn't schedule anything. We just took off and did what we wanted to do, and it was just probably the best travel that we've ever done.
Yeah, I want more.
Right.
Right away. So here we are, and I'm leaving my job in June.
Yep, and I'm going to be moving my insurance agency into the RV, but I'm not going to be investing as much time into it.
And possibly we'll work camp. We're just not sure. If the opportunity presents itself, then yes, we would do that.
Right. I mean, if there's something came along that we thought was interesting and something we might enjoy doing, where we're going to be camping or staying, then we may do that.
So right now we're just ready to get through the first year without making a commitment to anything.
Right. Now, many people have told us that selling it all was the best way to make sure that they don't fall back into the sometimes nomad life, and we get that.
And others have told us it wouldn't feel like the same adventure if they had a backup plan, and we get that too. That's just not us, and so we're not here to tell you what's the right way or the wrong way to do this.
Right. I don't think there is a right or wrong way. It's kind of an individual thing.
For us, it's kind of the opposite. Without a backup plan or an exit plan, I don't think we would ever make the leap.
No, I don't think we would.
The exit plan can be fluid and it can change and all that. It's not something that's rigid. It's just something to know that there is some sort of a safety net.
Right.
The biggest leap, the scariest part, is giving up the 30-year career.
Right.
with the benefits that go with it, with the health insurance and all that.
Right, because you know you have a steady income, and it's a little different for me because I own my own insurance agency and I can take that wherever I go as long as I have a phone line and internet. For Linda, though, she's had a steady career working for 30 years for, somebody else. So,
Yeah. Our safety net, our exit plan, if you will, is the house. So in 2011,
Right.
we went from a 4,000 square foot house down to a 1,600 square foot house.
right, and the home that we bought is in a snowbird area in Arizona. So we could rent it out if needed.
Especially in the winter. If we wanted to just rent it during the winter, we could do pretty well with it.
Right.
So the next step is to get the house ready for that.
Right, and even if we don't rent it out, we still have to come up with some solutions like landscaping and things like that. So those are other things we have to plan for.
Yeah, we're gonna have to trust somebody else to do our landscaping, Jamie.
Right. Other than that, I guess I could kill the lawn and just put in gravel, but I don't think we're gonna do that.
No. After our first year, we'll reevaluate.
Right, and we're open to selling the house. We just want to be able to travel around the country and experience more stuff, and for all we know, we may find something elsewhere that we might want to have a house as opposed to having it here in Arizona. One of the things is we have an HOA here and we can't park the RV here, so it's kind of inconvenient. We have to go and pick it up when we want to go somewhere, and it'd be a lot more, we'd like it a lot better if we could actually have the RV at the home with us so we can do what we want to do and take off or whatever.
So we have the expense of storing the RV here,
Right.
and we had the expense of paying an HOA. So we would be open to relocating our home base to somewhere where we either have a mobile home maybe that we put on it, whatever, but somewhere where we could park the RV and not pay an HOA, or if so, just a minimal one.
Right. There's a lot of stuff that we can sell here.
Yeah, Jamie has a lot of stuff that he doesn't need anymore and he's not going to be taking with us.
Right, like you need all the stuff for decorating for the next holiday and all that kind of stuff, like Christmas, New Year's, Easter, all that kind of stuff.
I'm never doing that again, ever, so we can get rid of all that too.
Right.
And when's the next time that you're going to work out with your weight bench and all your big giant weights?
I was planning on taking that with us.
So you're going to add how many pounds of weights do you have?
I don't know, probably over 500.
Yeah, you're not taking those with you.
No, I'm not going to take them with us. What we may do is join Planet Fitness again so we can work out. And then the other plus is we could take nice, long, hot showers.
Yeah, so we can take showers at Planet Fitness and we can work out there, and we're not going to carry tons of weights.
No, we're not going to carry tons of weights.
For all the stuff that we're going to be cleaning out of here, we're probably going to use Craigslist, OfferUp, and there's an app called Poshmark that's really good for selling clothes, especially I have a lot of new clothes with tags and stuff still on them.
Yeah, she's notorious for doing that. Right, and what we'll do with that money is we'll put it towards funding for our solar system.
And if there's enough, then it'll pay for our internet devices that we need to buy.
Yeah, that's kind of pushing it, I think.
In a few weeks, we'll reveal the difference in here in our garage, and we'll tell you if we made any money getting rid of stuff. So although there's many ways to get to full-time RVing, there does seem to be just two types of full-time RVers out there with different reasons for getting there.
Right, there's those who've moved into nomad life as a way to put a roof over their head because they've become homeless.
And those same people might be working plural jobs, multiple jobs, just to be able to keep that roof over their head and food on the table.
Right. Now, others have made the choice to have a lifestyle of adventure, and that's a big difference.
Yeah, we'll always be really clear with you and ourselves that what we're about to do is a choice to have a more meaningful life, to have more memories,
right,
and not accumulate things anymore.
Initially, when we were talking about going into the RV life, we wanted a big fifth wheel, and of course, with a big fifth wheel, you're going to have a big truck to pull that big fifth wheel. And by the time we thought about all that and kind of looked, we realized, hey, you could easily go well above $100,000.
Yeah, and we really decided that even though I loved a patio that came with those big fifth wheels,
right,
but that we don't want to start this life with so much debt.
No.
By purchasing an older motorhome, we realized that we could get started for less than half of that investment.
Right, and we realized we didn't need to start out with a $40,000 or $50,000 trailer and another $40,000 or $50,000 truck just to be able to get started in the RV life.
Yeah, so this made it so that we could get started right now. And we really feel that the one piece of advice that we would want to share is that everyone should start with what they can afford right now. You can always change. Look, we didn't plan to change our rig, and we did.
Right.
But start with what you can afford now, what you could pay for at once, or what you could pay for very quickly. I think that's the best advice that we have.
Right. I mean, when we bought Rosie 1, we just kind of thought we're going to try this out because we didn't even know if we were going to like RV life for
Right.
all we know. And why do you want to make a huge investment and then all of a sudden you've taken a hit on the, it going down in value? So I feel that we kind of lucked out, and we actually realize now that we really enjoy traveling in a motorhome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we've learned that there is no perfect RV. The moment you purchase it, it's a ticking clock of depreciation, even if you've renovated it.
Right. And if you have a loan on it, try not to end up owing more than it will be worth a year from now.
Yes, that was the reason we were able to sell original Rosie so quickly, is we weren't in debt, we weren't upside down on it.
Right. We paid cash for everything. If you watch some of our other videos, you can see where it's pay cash for everything. We don't want any debt.
Yeah. We're going to share with you the questions that we asked ourselves before we came to all of our decisions.
Right. First one, what is your source of income?
The second one, will it continue without much of a hiccup when you move into an RV life?
3, if one of you is still working full-time on the road, will this be all you thought it could be? It wouldn't be for us at all.
Number 4, how much will your expenses increase when you go full-time, such as rent for RV parks, fuel if you want to move often, grocery costs? Will you be able to stock up? Do you have the space to be able to stock up? And what about your utility bills?
5, if you keep your sticks and bricks, how will you maintain it and secure it?
Number 6, if you sell your sticks and bricks, will you ever want to buy back into the housing market?
Number 7, if you face an unexpected illness, what would you do? Will family and friends allow you to stop roaming and live in your rig on their property?
Or what other choices would you have if you suddenly couldn't be able to continue on the road anymore?
So here we are, less than 3 months away from her leaving her job and us getting ready to hit the road.
When you subscribe, or if you already have subscribed, be sure to click that bell, because that way you'll be notified when we upload the next part of this series.
And make sure and leave a comment so you can be part of the conversation.
In the next few weeks, we'll let you know if we sold any of the stuff from the garage and what upgrades we still want to make in the motorhome before Jamie sells his tools.
Wait a minute, I'm keeping those tools.
Until next time.
See ya. Hey roamers, make sure and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and leave a comment so you can be part of the conversation.